Hey everybody. So I just want to do a walkthrough with you of the Chapter 2 setup, mostly because there are a few things that have changed in the software and it can be a little confusing. So you can see what I have up on the screen right now is just Chapter 2 in the e-textbook. Before you even start, I suggest reading through the whole chapter. Again, it'll only take you about 15 or 20 minutes. It's not written like a novel. It's written mostly in steps and in bullet points, but it will familiarize you with the things you'll be doing as part of this setup. And so the chapter always starts with a list of the learning outcomes and then an overview of the things we're going to cover, which in this case is setting up our QuickBooks Online company. And so again, it gives you some little information, a video link if you'd like to watch it. This If you've used desktop QuickBooks, it's kind of telling you what to expect, what's different about this as opposed to QuickBooks Online as opposed to the QuickBooks Desktop. And now, whenever we get to these pages that have the numbered steps, that's where we're going to go through the process. And like I said, you're going to see here when we go to set it up, it's going to be slightly different just in how it looks because they've updated the software already since putting out this book. Um, anyway, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So it tells us to go to qbo.intuit.com. You can just use the link. I'm holding down control so it opens up the link in a new tab. Um, you can do it however you want. And it's going to be a little weird on mine because you're going to see I have this big thing and it assumed I was going to my michaelfox.eac.edu account. I'm actually going to log out of that. Um, And actually, what's a little confusing about this is what we have to do is I have to go to my email. Let's see, and look for the email from Intuit Education. I've sent this to you already, and click accept invitation rather than do the one in the textbook. Just go to the email I sent you. Um, and I'm creating a new account. Yours probably won't even look like that unless you already have an existing Intuit account, like I do. Um, So we have to go through this little process. I'll use a password uh, that I'm going to take off screen so you can't see what I put for my password. Sorry, having a little problem here. When I put in my phone number, it auto-filled and then changed my email on me. Click one more step, and now it's going to send me a text message to make sure that it's me. And I should be into my blank account. So I'm showing you all this because it's a process you'll have to go through, and it can be a little confusing, but you're creating a new Intuit account that's linked to your Monster Mail email. I used my Gmail because, well, I already have one linked to my EAC account. So here we are on the Get Started page. Okay. So I'm looking at the textbook right now, and steps one was to go to our web browser. Step two was to log in. Um, and now it already looks different. Okay. So it's saying, let's get working for you. And we have to click get started, which is not what it says it will say in the book. Um, and then step 4, it does, like in the book, it says, what do you call your business? And here it says, for starters, what's your business called? So just little things like that that could throw you off. So I'm going to call my business Wild Water Sports, and then my name. Don't worry about your student ID number. We don't need that. Just put your name. I don't have so many students. I think there's 17 of us here. We'll hit next. It says, what were you using before QuickBooks? Again, the wording is a little bit different for step 5, but we're doing this. We're saying nothing. I'm new to this. Tell us a little bit more. Again, pretty different in the book. In fact, you can look and see I've put written prompts for this back in the assignment. Let me see if I can pull that up and show you. Just because it's so much different. So when you're looking in the assignment, you can see that I've put these written prompts here, and these actually fit the prompts in the updated QuickBooks better than the ones in the book for this first one. It'll get better as we go along, but for this first chapter, like I said, it's pretty confusing how different it is. Let me go back to our textbook. So our industry, we're going to leave blank, and our business type, we're going to put C Corp. That's a regular corporation under IRS rules. We'll hit next. It asks what's our role. We're going to put bookkeeper or accountant. And for how many employees, we're going to click just the owners. We'll hit next. So you can see we're kind of off the track, but we're down at step 11. And now this is, again, totally different than what's in the book. So we're going to hit do this first under link a bank or credit card to start getting organized. And then we're going to hit skip for now. What's happening is QuickBooks is trying to sell us additional products and services. And so we're just kind of skipping them. Click next. Let's get paid using QuickBooks. This is a QuickBooks invoicing service. We're going to hit skip for now. And then when we get to anything here you'd like to do another time, we're going to click send and track invoices, manage inventory, manage sales tax, manage and pay bills, track team's time, track sales. So that's all the same as it is in the textbook. Hit next. Click let's go. And it's going to finally take us into our company. That's set up for us. So that's through step 17. We can take a tour if we want to. We kind of already did that with the chapter 1 stuff, so I'm just going to X out of it. So step 18 asks us to click the gear icon in the settings menu. So right up here is the gear icon. I'm going to click it. Step 18 says click account and settings. So I'm going to click it. Take a second to load our account and settings. It tells us to edit this with our name and student ID number. We did that during the setup, so that's a little bit different than what the textbook had led us to. And then it says replacing student name with your name and ID number. Don't need the ID number. The company name text box, and then place a check in the same as company name. So we're saying our legal name is the same as our company name, already checked for us, and click save. So we actually didn't have to make any changes because we did that in our setup. It's going to have us check here. So the pencil in the company type section, confirm that corporation is selected, which again, we did in the setup. Click save. So that's step 25. Step 26, click the pencil icon in the address section. Type the street address shown in figure 2.1.3. So 5500 East Colonial Drive, Orlando, Florida, 32807. Step 28, click save. Then we're going to click on the sales tab. So that's step 29. Make sure our preferred invoice terms are net 30, which they are. We can see it right there. Then we're going to, it says to close the settings window. And then it says, these instructions, go to Appendix 1 and complete before moving on. So Appendix 1 in the textbook is how to set up sales tax. And so it tells us to click taxes and then click sales tax from the navigation bar. So if you're not sure what that means, over here on the left is taxes and then sales tax. So that's step 1 in Appendix 1 under sales tax. And then it says click use automated sales tax. So because we put an address for our company in, it's going to automate that based on our address here. We'll click next. It's going to ask for the frequency. So this is step 3. We're going to say quarterly. We'll hit next. We're going to say no for sales tax in any other state. Then we'll hit finish. Yay, we've set up our sales tax. If we click take a look, that's step 5. It'll take a second. I don't want to do a survey. I just want to get this set up. All right. So step 6 is click sales tax settings. And then step 7, we're going to go to the agency action column and click edit. And then we're going to type in a date. And for our company, we're going to use 01/01/2026. See if it lets us do that date. We're going to hit save. And then we're going to click back to the sales tax center. So that's step 9. That takes us back to the sales tax center. And then we're going to click our dashboard right here. And it says to click get things done. But again, that's a change they made. So we're just going to say home and it'll take us back to our home page. All right. So that was a lot. And that's why I wanted to go through it with you. So now we're going to go back up to chapter 2, where we were setting up. Let's see. Just want to make sure I'm finding the right spot here. All right. So I've gone back to chapter 2, the steps we were doing, and we were on step 32, which was go to Appendix 1 and complete before moving on, which we did, right? And now, oh, they wanted us to do 1/1/27. Sorry. So I'm going to go, I'm going to go to tax and sales tax. Sorry if this is confusing, guys. It's a little confusing to me. I'm going to go to my sales tax settings. I'm going to click edit here. I had put 01/01/26 and it's 01/01/27. Save. Then we'll go back to our home dashboard. And that's it. So I know that was kind of a lot. And like I said, I've also updated the written. So if you'll look in the chapter 2 assignment, let me just show you where real quick. Um, if you'll look in the chapter 2 assignment, you can see here in the assignment instructions, I've actually written out these steps so that they fit with more with like what the what QuickBooks now looks like now that they've updated it than with what is in the book. And again, it won't be as bad as we move to further chapters, but in this case, a little bit frustrating. And again, another reason to kind of check out the announcements each week so that you can see where because I'm trying to, each semester when I teach this, I've got to go and sort of adjust everything because of the updates to the software. Anyway, so I hope that was helpful, and I apologize for the kind of lengthiness of it, but it's how we're going to step through this. Again, if you feel like you can venture out with just the written instructions and not watch the videos, that's great. If you're more of a video learner, then I hope this is helpful for you. And good luck getting everything all set up. I think once you do it, it's not as hard as it seems, but you know, at first blush. But once we get going, it's pretty manageable. So anyway, thanks and good luck on the assignments.